Hello and welcome to this fertility yoga practice. Today's video is focusing on the ovulatory phase. So during ovulation, the day of, and the few days around it. And if you don't know when you're ovulating, it's time to really tune into your body and discover for yourself when you are. So there are a number of signs and symptoms that we can use. So you can use your temperature charting every morning, and you'll notice that on the day of ovulation, your temperature rises and then stays up until your period arrives. You can be checking cervical mucus, you can be checking the cervix. There are a number of different bodily changes that you can start observing to know the day of ovulation. So this yoga practice is for that day and the surrounding days. So during this phase, we have this really grounded energy, or it can be quite grounded. If we're really balanced in our energies, usually this phase we feel like, yes, we're confident, we're outgoing. It's a time that we want to really give quite freely to others and really have a lot of social interaction. So it is important to remember during this time that, especially when you are trying to conceive, that energy is a precious commodity and you don't want to be giving too much. So you are welcome to still tap into that loving, giving energy, but maybe also try and create a nice little bubble for yourself and for your partner, and make sure that that energy is really feeling strong within the relationship, because that's what's going to help bring a healthy baby into your life. So your yoga practice at this time is going to be strong because you've still got that really beautiful, strong energy of the mother at this time of the cycle. But we're not going to stress the body out. So it's not going to be too fast. We're going to focus on that nice deep breathing, which tells our nervous system, I'm safe, I'm calm. And even if you are working hard, even if you're sweating and building heat, if the breath is long and slow, then you won't be sending the body any messages about too much stress. And of course, the yoga practice will help calm you down if in the rest of your life you're finding you're getting a little bit anxious and stressed out. So as always during our Yoga for Fertility classes, we work with a mantra just to focus our mind and to stop all the chatter that goes on. Because when you're trying to conceive and it's not going well, the mind gets so busy. So we want to quieten it down with a mantra during our practice. So our mantra for this stage is, my heart and body are open and ready to conceive a healthy baby. My heart and body are open and ready to conceive a healthy baby. So as we're going through today's practice, feel free to repeat that to yourself. I often just, with each inhale, I repeat it silently to myself. And then with each exhale, I let myself soften into the knowing of that truth. So let's get into today's practice. We're probably going to be holding poses for a little bit longer than you're used to. So if it does become too intense, make sure you come back to child's pose or rest, breathe, and then join us when you can. Let's go straight to the front of the mat and get started. So bring the feet underneath the hips. So we start practicing from this stage onwards as if we were pregnant. So from the time that you fall pregnant, you want to start practicing with the feet underneath the hips to give you a stronger grounded base. And also it's going to allow for space when we forward fold so that we don't compress the belly at all. Let's inhale, rise the arms up towards the sky. And then exhale, forward fold them down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. So from your forward fold, inhale, halfway lift, bring the hands onto the shins. Really stretch out through the back of the legs, through the heart, through the upper back, and then exhale, fold. Soften the head down as you inhale, step the right foot back really long onto the mat. Feel grounded into this foot, so really strong and stable in the legs, and then inhale, rise the arms up to the sky. So we're making some space through this hip, which is going to make some space and opening, keep the blood flowing to those abdominal organs where we want the blood going. Drop the shoulder blades down. Maybe coming back to your mantra here if you need. My heart and body are open and ready to conceive a healthy baby. As you inhale, bring the hands behind the back and open up through the chest. So really encouraging opening through the heart today as well. And sometimes when we've had a lot of losses, or perhaps we just haven't been able to fall pregnant, we get really closed and protected of the heart space. You want to open it up to this baby. Open it up to possibility here. As you exhale, bring the hands down. Bring weight back into this front foot and step forward back into your forward fold. Interlace the hands onto the elbows and just sway it out here. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Bring weight into the right foot now. Step the left foot back. So you want your feet on train track so you don't get too wobbly. Engage the core as you inhale, rise up. So feeling into this hip, you may want to ease up this bend a little bit on the front knee so that you can really press that heel back and open up through this hip. And then maybe if it feels good, come a little bit lower into that right knee again. Breathing slow and steady here. Remember, we want to tell our body that we are safe. We are grounded and connected, and there's lots of space in our life. Exhale, bring the hands down. Bring weight into that right foot, step it in, and forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Ground the hands, step the feet back. Just find a plank here for a breath. Inhale and exhale and draw back to your down dog. So really pedaling it out here, taking the feet wide on the mat, walking the hands back slightly and just stretching into the back of those hamstrings. Maybe taking a little rock from side to side in the hips if that feels good. And then inhale, bring the knees down, come into your tabletop, and we make some space through those hips. So taking some circles here. Take the knees wide, so out to the outer edges of the mat, even off the mat is good. And see if you can gently let the knees fall out. So really opening through the inner thigh and groin here. The palms come down, the forearms come down if you can. If not, a bolster under the chest to lift you up a little is a good idea. Just breathe here. If it feels okay, you can even turn those toes out and will probably help the hips open a little bit more. And then inhale, bring the toes back in, walk the hands up. Bring weight into the hands so you can draw the knees back in together. Just take a seat here, draw the shoulder blades back and down, bring the hands to the belly. As you breathe in, imagine all this beautiful light energy swirling around the belly. Connect in with your body. Feel grateful for all that it does. And then inhale, stretch the arms out in front of you, tuck the toes under. Peel your way back to down dog. And as you inhale, step the right foot forwards. Leave that right hand grounded and find the outer blade of the back foot to the mat. As you inhale, open up here into your side angle. So we're still making a lot of space through this area. Opening through the heart as you lift the left shoulder up. Maybe even closing down the eyes. Really just enjoying the breath during this practice. Inhale, straighten up on that front leg. Bring the hand onto the shin and move into your triangle pose. So now both legs grip the floor, so a lot of strength through this area. As you inhale, reverse. And as you exhale, come back up, bring the hands into heart. We're going to turn into our goddess pose. Draw the shoulder blades back and down. Take a seat down. So of course, lots of opening through this area, sending all that beautiful, fresh energy there. Let's just inhale and rise. Exhale and lower. Inhale and rise. Exhale and lower. So really lengthening out each breath. Inhale, rise. Exhale and lower. One more. Inhale and exhale. Bring the hands down onto the thighs and just soften one shoulder down. So we're still staying nice and low in those legs. You're probably feeling the quads working a little bit now. That's okay. Remember, as long as you keep the breath nice and slow, the body isn't interpreting this as stress. Drop the opposite shoulder down. come back up. Press into the feet. Turn all 10 toes into the same direction. Inhale, open the heart as you lengthen the spine, and then exhale, fold down into your wide leg forward fold. So bring the hands underneath the heart. We inhale, halfway lift, lengthen out through the spine, and exhale and fold. So we're going to repeat this 2 more times. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale and fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale and fold. Bring the hands back onto the hips, bend into the knees slightly as you rise the body up to stand, and turn the feet in the opposite direction as we come back to our triangle pose. So reach forward and dip down. Draw the shoulder blades back. Really press the floor with the feet, opening up this hip as much as your body will allow. So you may be here, that's okay. We're just gently encouraging it to open. We don't want to force anything when we're trying to conceive. In fact, we don't want to force anything in life generally. And it's just adopting this yogic perspective, which helps our ability to conceive and helps us to really surrender into the process of motherhood. As you inhale, bend into that front knee. You may need to make your stance a little bit wider so that you can really open up and come nice and low into this front knee. You want the knee over the ankle. Really breathe and stay low in the legs here. The tendency is you want to pop the hip up to make it not so strong in this quad. See if you can stay low. As you exhale, slowly bring the hands back. Step the front foot back, take a breath here. And then exhale your way back to down dog and pedal it out. All right, so from your down dog, walk the hands back to meet the feet. Again, sway the body out here, making lots of space through the back of the legs. And then bend into those knees and rise the body up to stand. Inhale the arms all the way up, making the body as big as we can, and exhaling, bringing the hands into heart. Good time to repeat your mantra if you're working with mantra today. Draw the shoulder blades back and down. And we move into our tree pose. So standing on the left foot, bringing the right foot up as high as you like. So I'm practicing right up the top of my thigh, but you can be practicing right down on the ankle. There's nothing wrong with that. And you're still getting the benefits of opening through the hips, so making lots of space here. Draw the shoulder blades back and down. This is a good time to really just focus on that heart space, on opening the heart up. Even if your mantra is something as simple as my heart is open. Because when we're feeling anxiety, we feel that heaviness, that heat, that closure. And if you're really struggling to release that, sometimes mantra can help, movement's going to help. It's going to get everything moving and hopefully freeze some of that energy up. Acupuncture is also another great way to help move some of that heat. And just talking with someone about it. So maybe you need some counseling to connect with someone over letting your specific anxiety go. All right, so we're going to move into our dancer's pose. So take the leg off. Reach towards the inside of the foot with the hand and lift the other one up. This may be as far as you go. If you've got more range, you can bend into that standing leg. Start pressing the foot into the hand. So again, we're opening the heart and opening the hips. Two very important parts of the body when you're trying to conceive. Slowly release it back down. Bring the hands back to heart as you lift the leg up and over. So remember, we're connecting with that grounded energy of the mother. So connect with the floor, press the foot in, really feel grounded in that energy. If you've got the wobbles, the other foot can come down for balance. Inhale, open the arms up wide. Exhale, bring the right underneath the left, palms find each other, reach the arms up. Exhale and lower. Really feel the thighs gripping in towards each other. And then inhale, rise, release the hands, release the feet. Stand back into 2 feet and feel grounded through all 4 corners of both feet. So it's when we're grounded in these good practices, these solid foundation, that we can really rise and express ourselves. So you need to make sure that your foundations are good. Are you getting good sleep? Are you getting lots of nourishing food? Are you supporting your nervous system to de-stress? These are really important things when you're trying to conceive. All right, let's move into the opposite side. Hands to heart, draw the shoulder blades back and down. Just breathing into the heart space here. If you want to make even more space, you could bring the hands behind the back. Find the elbows, so we're really opening up the heart a little bit more. All right, let's move into our dancer's pose. Release the hands to heart. Take that foot off, find the inside of the foot. A little bend in the standing leg and rise the right arm. If you want to dip further, pressing the foot into the hand, just finding something to focus on. So we're quietening out all the other noise, all the other distractions. Just focusing on the breath and the body. Inhale, slowly rise the knee back into the chest. Up and over, we move into our eagle. So squeeze the legs together. Maybe they wrap, maybe that foot becomes a support. Inhale, open. Exhale, left arm under, wrap and find the palms together. Exhale, take a seat down. Inhale, slowly release. Come back to your Tadasana. So 2 feet under the hips, turn the palms out, draw the shoulder blades back and down. And then bring the hands onto the belly. In fact, bring one hand onto the heart, one hand on the belly. And see if you can breathe that breath up from the belly to the heart and then send it down from the heart to the belly. As you inhale, release the hands back to heart. Step the feet wide on the mat. Turn the toes of one foot out as you come down onto one side. Draw the toes of that foot up towards you, so really getting a beautiful hamstring stretch here. And if you've got the balance, you can bring the hands into heart. We're going to move to the opposite side. Feel free to release the hands to the mat to get you there as we lift up and over. We can even start adding some length in the arms if you like. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. So this is a really beautiful one to really just slow everything down. You've got to actually focus on this. So it's really hard to focus on anything else. Inhale and exhale. As you inhale, bring the hands back to heart. Rise the legs back up. We straighten both legs. Exhale, take a seat back down into your goddess. Just take a little rock from side to side, really moving into those hips, moving in a way that feels good for you. So remember, our focus is we want to free up the body. We want to free up any tension or stress that you're holding. And then inhale, bring the hands back onto those hips. Come as low as you can. And then rise, press into the feet, turn the toes. Inhale, open. Exhale and fold. This time, interlace the hands behind the back or reach them up behind you. Just let the head gently hang. Maybe nod the head yes and shake it no. All right, let's release the hands, bring them down to the mat so we can bring one foot in and come down and have a seat. I want you to bring the soles of the feet together. So continuing to work on really opening up this space, sending lots of fresh blood and energy there. If your knees are really high, just gently encourage them to come down. You can even place the hands on them. Keep the shoulder blades drawn back and down. And we're going to take a little twist here. Remember, we're not doing any closed twists at this time, so it's nice and open. There's still lots of space for the belly. Just looking over that left shoulder. Keeping the breathing slow and steady. Exhale, release, back to the opposite side. And then with the hands on the feet, it's almost like you're opening the feet out like a book. So you're drawing them open, which encourages the knees to come down. And if it feels good for you, you can inhale, lift through the heart, and exhale, soften towards the feet. So really stretching deep into the groin area now. And then as you inhale, come back up. We're going to come into a half lotus. So with one leg underneath, the other one will either cross at the ankle, or if you can, cross up at the knee. And we're going to lean over the top knee. So as you inhale, lift through the heart, and exhale, fold forward. So really stretching into that hip, into the glute. See if you can really soften through the head and neck. Maybe you even want to add a bit of breath and movement here. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale and soften. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale and soften. One more of these. Inhale. And exhale. Slowly rising back up. Let's change the legs over. Release the knee down. Inhale, open, exhale and close. Inhale, open, exhale and soften. Inhale, open, exhale and release. So really softening through the neck, through the face. One more, inhale and exhale. Coming back up to have a seat, we're going to bring both feet wide now. So if your hamstrings are really tight, feel free to sit up on a block or a cushion or something for this one. All right, so maybe just sitting here, drawing the toes back towards you if that's enough of a stretch for the legs. If you want a little bit more, you can gently lean forward, but only if it feels okay in the inner thigh. So really keeping it nice and gentle, softening the heart down, but not rounding through the back. So you'll notice that my chest is still nice and lifted. So starting to slow down now as we head towards meditation very soon. And then inhale, coming back up, and come to lie down on your back. So you may want to get that bolster back out and get really comfortable lying over a bolster. If you prefer to sit for meditation, because you may be tempted to fall asleep, you're welcome to sit with me. Or if you want to lie on your side, you're also welcome to do that as well. So when you're ready, just gently close down the eyes. If you're sitting, make sure the spine is nice and long. And I'd like you to turn the palms up. So this is a really receptive pose to be in. With the hands open, we're saying to the world that I am open, I am ready. And by sitting up tall and opening through the chest, we're opening the heart and telling the universe that our heart is open and ready. If you're lying over a bolster, that heart is especially open. From wherever you are, I want you to imagine where you're connected with the earth. So if you're lying, notice all of the points along the back of the legs that connect to the mat. If you're sitting, notice where the bottom connects, some of the legs connects. And from those points, I want you to imagine roots. So roots growing from your body deep down into the earth. Take them down right into the center of the earth where it's warm, where this warm, red, glowing light flows there. And then imagine that warm, red, flowing light drawing up through your roots into your body, and then moving into your womb space. So moving into the belly, swirling around this whole area, filling it with warmth, this loving, grounded energy that you're drawing up from Mother Earth. Stay connected and grounded here through those points that you connect with the mat. Keep that warm, glowing energy in your core, and now also imagine your connection to the sky. So notice the top of the body if you're lying. Notice where it connects with air, with ether. If you're sitting, notice the crown of the head reaching towards the sky and imagine a vast, dark blue sky above you. Imagine the moon glowing full and bright above your head. And notice the cool blue energy of the moon glowing down on you. Draw it in through the top of your body, down past the heart, cooling any anxiety that may still be present in the heart, and draw it right down into that swirling red heat in the belly. So now we have energy of the earth and of the moon glowing in our belly, rich and vibrant, flowing. Imagine this light making all the organs in this space vital and healthy. Imagine them doing everything that they're meant to do. And as you rest here, connected both to the air, the earth, and the fire within you, feel supported by the natural world that you're a part of. Breathe in this knowing connection, knowing that you can release any anxieties or fears, any stresses, because you are a part of the natural order of life. And just like the natural order of life unfolds as it should, so will your procreation. Rest in this energy for another couple of breaths. And then when you're ready to come back, slowly start bringing some awareness back into the body, maybe moving fingers and toes. We're rolling the shoulders back and down, making a little bit of movement, stretching out long, whatever you need to do. Well done for completing this practice today. And I hope that it's helping you feel a little less like you need to stress to get that baby, that you need to grip and hold and focus and plan. And maybe you can open up a little bit more to the fact that where you are right now is exactly where you're meant to be. And all the stuff that's gone on, all the challenges, is a part of some bigger divine order that we can't even see yet. And I know it feels hard as a human to comprehend that. We want to see that we do this and we get that, but it's so much bigger than us. And trusting and connecting with our connection to Earth and to universe is a really nice place to come from. We can live with contentment of where we are now, knowing and trusting that our baby is coming to us. Very best of luck. Make sure you keep bringing that nervous system down. Keep slowing down through this stage, and I'll see you in the next one for that dreaded 2-week wait. Namaste.